told me that it's time to float. Now I can't cat little nigga, yeah, it's been some times where I done broke. Now they go outside and grab an ounce and then just watch it break. Why you worried about my pockets? Yeah, I gotta make some shake now.
I would argue with any underground fan that Destroy Lonely in 2020, known as his prime to niche fans, easily tops his last and upcoming project. Recapping his infamous run of his Broken Hearts era, you can argue it has always been money, love, and drugs, and that the substance hasn't changed. But the difference from Bobby and Destroy Lonely became apparent then and now was because of the hunger, the come up, and the atmosphere of someone you can resonate with. Someone you can relate to. In the clip I used, I picked those lines as a showcase of his come up relatability, as most people smoke and some people have seen zeros in their bank account and not the positive kind. During the come up, bragging feels relatable as you unlock different aspects of your own life, the insight into his mind, and how he could tell his perception was captivating yet remaining humble. It felt more like a conversation, where he would interact with fans and fan pages. And I guess at this point it's common TikTok fan knowledge, but Lone was on an IG live and was recording right in front of us, and a fan added a line to the song.
Man, 45 for that lineup, man, that's just what I'm on. That's just what I'm on. Break her back to that bitch pick her. Oh, I ain't gonna count. I'm finna use that shit, little bro. That shit hard. Break her back to that bitch pick her spine up. Break her back to that bitch pick her spine up.
Like this right here is what the culture his community had. But when the disconnect becomes so apparent from your fan base, you become unrecognizable, which is where I stand in his current era. Everything we as fans came specifically to Lone for has disappeared right in front of our eyes. His sound, his personality, and I want to say this giving Lone the benefit of the doubt, saying it's not completely his fault, but that's hard to give people nowadays in 2024. With the way rap culture has evolved and the mysterious aesthetic, especially within Opium, the disconnect is hard to escape almost. And I want to reiterate, that's the purpose of the first clip I showed. It encapsulated Lone during Broken Hearts. And I can already hear the arguments of, well, what did you want him to do? Stay broke, talking about the same shit? And to that, I say no. There's countless examples where artists get wealth and continue to innovate further, where they use their newly acquired resources to progress their desired vision. And this exact scenario happened where he was elevated by Cardi and Opium Baby, and he proved himself with no stylist. He just switched up at a point that didn't make sense to. He let himself get influenced rather than doing the influence himself. And you can up the quality of someone's actual mic and mixing quality, but having no substance, it feels forced. And that's what I compare Lone to right now. Anybody can rap.
She tried to suck my dick. I went to sleep dead, bro. I woke up to read.
These are the most basic rap lines any person who has ever listened to a rap song could put together. And you might say again, well, this is just a few lines, it probably gets better.
On the road, I've been selling bitches. Take a photo, she can take a picture.
Wait, what did he say? Everyone's career trajectory is different, but if this is supposed to be the new content that he has, it might not be for me at this point. There are around 50 to 60 snippets right now of the Love Lasts Forever era, and if I included all of the snippets, this video would be over an hour long, except for a few snippets later on as it's relevant to the timeline of the rollout. Starting off the timeline of the Love Lasts Forever rollout, the first mention of Love Lasts Forever was in a tweet from Lone in March, where he had a selfie along with it. The next mention of Love Lasts Forever was in August of 2023, where his then girlfriend Aisha posted an IG story of a 13-song track list with 7 titles we could see visibly in the frame. Then next, he posted again saying Love Lasts Forever in a Tumblr post. Next, 200 songs of his catalog were leaked, where Lone responded to this seeming unfazed. In 2024, Lone continues the momentum of the Rollout, posting a dollar bill, captioning it, "Black America, Love Lasts Forever, April," showing us that he was confident in dropping in April. He then tweeted April type shit, continuing this agenda, to which Lil 88 added that he would be the executive producer of the album. This would be a turning point in a lot of fans' opinions on the album's state going forward, as Lil 88 left a poor taste for Opium fans, from scamming fans to putting a front for having a lack of skill in music production by working with producers but receiving the higher name credit as he's more known. Anyways, after this, Lone's girl was on IG Live and she previewed 5 songs, some which were leaked and some which were unreleased. After this, for Lone's Coachella show, a billboard was seen in California promoting Love Lasts Forever. Next, the pretty forgettable Potato Loaded feature with Quavo dropped. After that dropped, Lil 88 said him and Lone's friend Texaco would drop the first single for Love Lasts Forever. Lil 88 also weirdly tweeted lyrics from Me and My Cup, seemingly directed towards Yeet, because the night before this, he tweeted to not compare Opium to an Eminem with autotune, which many instantly thought of Yeet. He also went on a weird rant of tweets where he said we were supposed to be confused, and he said he would drop Love Lasts Forever's release date when he reached 100k, which at the time that was double his follows. And then he said if he wanted the album to be rushed or for a masterpiece, and asked for opinions, which I'll chime in here and say, yeah bruh, drop that shit. That shit was rushed 10 tweets ago. Lone then said that he didn't scrap the album and that it wasn't a love story, and Lil 88 retweeted that it was a Trap Swag album. Next, Lil 88 played a melody with the caption saying that the album was being mixed. After this, he tweeted a picture from the studio showing a partial track list for Love Lasts Forever, showing us that there was a bonus track. The rollout took another wild turn, with Lone being involved in drama with Bruce Drop 'Em Off, with the whole situation starting when Bruce was gifted the infamously passed down Hell painting from Ian Connor, who baited Joy Division into thinking that he was gonna get it.
An Opium Report, you a bitch. Real shit. You a bitch.
And then ended up not giving it to him. And Lone ended up meeting them there and taking pics with them. After this surfaced on the internet, around the same time, Bruce said him and Lone had a stream on the way.
These are Destroy Lonely's exact words, chat. I fuck with you, bro. We gotta do a stream. All right. Now, I'm not gonna give y'all a date. But yes, everything was vlogged. Not conversations, but yes, everything was vlogged. So be on the lookout.
But a few days later, Lone said he was never going to appear on stream and never agreed to releasing the pics they took. Bruce responded to this saying,
The thing about it is, bro, I'm not even gonna talk too much about it, but he had a cameraman there too, gang. Like, niggas had cameras there, bro. If he didn't want to be recorded, he would have let me know, and then I would have turned the camera off. My cameraman is very respectful type shit. Like, it's no problem, chat. Don't think that it's a problem. That shit very mixy. I'm not, okay, like, okay, like, I know y'all seen the DMs and shit, like a nigga mixy, you feel me? I'm slime, I'm YSL and shit, but you feel me? I ain't mixy, twin. Like, I don't really care to use people's faces for, like, you feel me, fame, bro. If that's the case, I would have stayed dick sucking Castanet.
And what was crazy about this situation was that during all of this drama, Lone liked the pics. Anyways, Lone was involved with even more drama, this time with his girlfriend, who accused him of domestic violence.
I'm being so 100, I would never ever in my life. I would never ever in my life. Tell her. This is between us. Tell her how much you love her and what you just said.
Then Lone finally gave information about the album, saying that it had a Ken feature and then it had producers that he had worked with in the past. Lone then apologized, saying he didn't mean to lie to his fans and dropped Love For Ya the same day, but ultimately in June didn't deliver the album. A few weeks later, Lil 88 said the rollout was starting again, for what I think is probably the 3rd or 4th time, or 5th time at this point. Then while Lone was performing, Lil 88 said they would be dropping in 2 weeks.
I said it's not fucking with that new shit, we dropping in 2 weeks.
Which ended up being the Love For Ya music video. On Lone's birthday, he tweeted that he shot the cover of the album, and after this, Lil 88 tweeted lyrics off of the album. As I'm recording this, Lone just posted the cover and release date to the album, which is a fit pic of him in the Love For Ya music video shoot, which shows us a cool earth tone aesthetic mixed with Opium. And more importantly, Lone corrected me on what I said earlier about fan interaction. I feel like he really took a step back and understood. Yo, old me needs to shut the fuck up real quick, because holy shit, Lone just previewed Thrill, which is actually called Click, featuring Ken Carson, and he previewed 5 other snippets. One of them called Lifestyle, which sounds spooky as fuck, and then another one called Wish You Well, which sounds so peaceful, bro. Like, the way I describe it, it's like if I had no enemies in the world or some shit. This is Lone, bro. Lone's back, bro. See you on the 30th, man.